Something major is coming to ELEAGUE. In January, ELEAGUE will host the first CSGO major of 2017.
Come now, you can watch my eyes lighting up like I'm seeing red. Or you get your finger down on the trigger, I'll knock you out and lay you down, cause I come in fast. So I'm all bit close. Yeah, I know that you're trying to find my weak side. When I'm pushing this line on her in 30 seconds, you toast.
Target spotted. Let's move. Go, go, go.
The ELEAGUE Major. 16 of the best Counter-Strike teams from around the world will meet at the Fox Theater in Atlanta to compete for the $1 million prize purse January 27th through the 29th. Tickets are available now. Visit eleague.com for details on ticket packages, hotel information, and more.
sees it automatic, gets the triple kill, saves the round and resets SK.
Single click of that AK and it's a 16-8 score.
If executed properly a little bit, they don't have anyone actually specifically watching for a double doors push like that, especially when you have 3 to 4 players there, but it's the right timing and catches them all off guard, and that's ridiculous.
Couple of final thoughts. First of all, Duncan, I'll come to you about still done very well in this tournament, made that legendary status. Do we feel this is kind of like the peak, if you will, or do you think there's more to come from this team?
I think when you consider they've only played a few LANs, like a handful, and obviously the top level, nothing compared to this, I think it's a positive sign. You can go forward to this, you can build on it, but there's got to be more maps in the pool. It cannot just be Overpass and Cobblestone, because I think they actually, like I said, I think they lucked out a little bit in terms of some of the opposition with teams that were willing to let them play that and just thought we'll be able to beat you. You play some of the teams that don't even want to play those maps, it's going to be real tough to get to this level. So I think for right now, it's a good mark. It's a good, pretty solid finish to come top 8. I think they were still one of the weaker teams in the playoffs, though, and I think they actually had a pretty favorable matchup here to have a chance to get out. So going forward, I don't see them becoming like a championship team, quite frankly. I think they can be top 10, probably more towards the lower end of the top 10. Though.
Hold it, but Bimas on the final shot.
everything. We could see, it is so rough, especially for Apex. We know how emotional he can be, but they gave it everything, Vince. They gave it everything. They should be happy. However, for Heroic, they're going to make it to the playoffs. They've survived the test of the veterans of Vitality.
cool. Robin Cool with the clutch, with the closer, and not a second to spare. Calculated to a T. FaZe get it over the line. But
I mean, this is kind of a matchup like full shape. Had they had a few more events under the belt, this would be an absolute classic semi-final. But you've got Astralis just way out in front.
Yeah, and it's like I alluded to there, part of it's map pool. Like, for example, the guys from Astralis, first and foremost, we know they ban over. That takes out a strength right there from the guy. Their pick can be something that's really weak for the guys from. They can kind of force that. Then you got to add in the factor that, I mean, as well as some of the players on Fnatic have played, there's no one playing at the kind of all-round level like Devices. At the moment, he's controlling the game, and that's something in those past matchups you wouldn't have said. You know, Olofmeister used to be the best player. Dennis was very, very good in the last slam. I think pretty much every factor for me at the moment goes towards the guy.
Some quick thoughts from you?
I think the storylines leading into this are going to be great because lineup in previous organizations was one of the few teams who could consistently beat Fnatic when they were at their best. And then also you look back to MLG Columbus. This is the matchup we had where Astralis on that last map were up like 15-3 and called the timeout just to let Fnatic stew in the fact that they were about to get knocked out of the tournament. And that you know that did not sit well with the Fnatic guys. So I mean this is going to be a grudge match.
Something I think we'll talk about tomorrow for sure. Anyway, Puckett, our legendary interviewer, has been going around meeting the fans. He met an interesting couple earlier today.
in the face of adversity.
Impressive stuff from Katie in here.
Katie and again being the hero. Look at the excitement.
Take it by force. Heroic are off to the grand finals of Aya's
Fairy tale falters. The Danes, the new.
Oh my God!
Absolutely crushed the face.